Good morning. The Unit 4 discusses about the functions of transport layer. The data link layer is responsible for delivery of frames between two neighboring nodes over a link. This is called node-to-node delivery. The network layer is responsible for delivery of datagrams between two hosts. This is called host-to-host delivery. Communication on the internet is not defined as the exchange of data between two nodes or between two hosts. Real-time communication takes place between two processes, that is, application programs. We need process-to-process delivery. However, at any moment, several processes may be running on the source host and several on the destination host. To complete the delivery, we need a mechanism to deliver data from one of these processes running on the source host to the corresponding process running on the destination host. The transport layer is responsible for process-to-process delivery. The delivery of a packet, part of a message from one process to another. The transport layer is mainly responsible for process-to-process delivery. Socket address. Process-to-process delivery needs two identifiers, IP address and the port number at each and to make a connection. The combination of an IP address and a port number is called socket address. Client socket address defines the client process uniquely. Server socket address defines the server process uniquely. The transport layer protocol needs a pair of socket addresses, the client socket address and server socket address. The IP header contains the IP address. UDP or TCP header contains the port number. This is one example for socket address. The IP address and port number are used for forming the socket address. Multiplexing and demultiplexing. Multiplexing. At the sender site, there may be several processes that need to send packets. However, there is only one transport layer protocol at any time. This is a many-to-one relationship and requires multiplexing. The protocol accepts message from different processes differentiated by their assigned port numbers. Demultiplexing. At the receiver side, the relationship is one-to-many, requires demultiplexing. The transport layer receives datagrams from the network layer. After error checking and dropping the header, transport layer delivers each message to the appropriate process based on the port number. Connectionless versus connection-oriented service. A transport layer can either be connectionless or connection-oriented. In a connectionless service, the packets are sent from one party to another with no need for connection establishment or connection release. The packets are numbered, they may be delayed or lost or may arrive out of sequence. There is no acknowledgement either. UDP will follow this method. In connection-oriented service, a connection is first established between the sender and the receiver. Data are transferred. At the end, the connection is released. TCP and SCTP will use connection-oriented protocols. Error control. The color shown in the pink color, the error is checked by the data link layer. The line shown in the black color, that is taken care of by the transport layer. The position of UDP, TCP and SCTP protocols in TCP/IP suite. The TCP/IP suite uses starting from physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer and application layer. Now in this unit we are going to discuss about the transport layer protocols, namely SCTP, TCP and UDP.